All right. It's been so damn long. So super duper long it has been. But Soul Hackers 2. Last time I uploaded, it says 2 months ago. It's probably getting really close to 3. I've been doing other things. Life's been lifing. Um I have not played the game on my own, so it's not like I've been doing any progress, as I don't want to. Well, actually, first and foremost, you're gonna see a little pause because you have. I forgot that I have to do. I have to emulate my controller to play Soul Hackers 2 on the Xbox app, which is kind of annoying. Emulating the controller sounds kind of stupid, but basically, I gotta make my controller be registered as an Xbox one because my PS5 controller will not work. So really fast, I'm gonna do that. I'm glad to be back playing Soul Hackers 2. My goal is to push it again, as I want to finish the game. Today, if I recall correctly from last time, and you're gonna have to believe that I fucking went back and looked at that video, like for sure, dude. But last time we should have been doing Arrows Soul Matrix. Why Arrows? Because we did Sizos, we did Melodies, and then we went back on the mission, but we didn't push Arrows since the initial one. Because Arrows Soul Matrix was the one we did initially. Okay, there we go. I've successfully made the game think that my controller is an Xbox controller. So we are in by 5 hours. We have not played much. We saved in Shinsando last time. The story so far, the party resolved to strike under the moon. Nah, my load speeds are too impeccable, bro. Welcome. New hangout. Let's go ahead and run this hangout real fast. Let's drink with our allies. Who we drinking with? Oh, there's so much here. Let's do Melody and Saizo first. If you have been following this, I am so terribly sorry for taking so long to upload another part. Now that I think about it, you two had covenants for most of your lives, right? People keep saying they enhance natural talents. Did you two notice anything like that? I don't know if I think back, I guess you kind of piano prodigy back when I was a kind of piano prodigy back when I was a kid. Maybe that was it. Whenever I messed around on display keyboard at a music store, I'd draw a crowd. Once I heard a song, I could play it myself, note for note too. I never would have guessed. But now I'm here, so obviously that didn't pan out. How heartbreakingly tragic. They don't patronize me. Still, I don't have any regrets. I wasn't exactly in an environment where I could develop the stats skill, and it's not like I wanted to be a pianist anyway. What about you, Melody? You must have had a covenant since before you could remember, huh? If I had some hidden talent, I never found it. The covenant was a gift wasted on me. Maybe you're better off without it. Life can be unfair like that. Maybe you're better off without it. Maybe you're better. True, this way I can trust my own experiences and hard-earned skills. Having talent beyond your own knowledge would be only a waste. I have to wonder what covenants are in the end. They grant these intense powers to the bearers, but they can only be passed on through the death of the past bearer. Strange system. Perhaps it's symbolic, an echo of the cyclical? We're gonna go with cyclical nature of history, because I have never used that word before. History, how do you mean?
In the Phantom Society.
At least within the Phantom Society, we discussed the covenants as something biblical. We saw their roots in the books of Genesis. But if you consider covenants descriptions independent of that scripture, you start noticing similar patterns in all kinds of historical religions. I think ancient spiritualism had some stuff like that. Something about regicide and succession of power, not just political power, maybe. And there are all kinds of mythological stories about mankind getting knowledge through fire. Wouldn't be surprised if that was a covenant related.
True.
Indeed, whatever else may be true, the covenants are intrinsically tied to the history of mankind itself. Our history, huh? Well, most of those were from myths and religions. How do you think tech hive mind, we in the age of science now? I need to stop, one like there's a question mark clearly there. You have to stop. Seems like evident to me. If Ion's path is converging with the Covenant's, a deific pinnacle of scientific principle means the sum of human history.
Well...
It sounds way over my head. Next to the Covenant stuff were just insignificant specks, way too deep for me to handle. That's so. Are you backing out of the mission, Saizo? Hell no. Even if I think we don't have a chance, I'm not gonna sit around and let the world end. Capiche?
True.
You said that shit with a question on it. True, sitting around discussing abstracts won't get us anywhere. All we can do is fight back against the threat in the ways we can. Nice. So the age of religion gave away the age of science. Makes me wonder what will come next.
Welcome.
We're gonna do these only because since we're going into the what do you call that? Into the soul matrix, these are most beneficial to get out of the way.
Hey.
Hey Arrow, I found a container in the safe house that looks like that one we picked up in the subway the other day. Oh, you mean the protein shake? Protein. Right, a complex substance composed of amino acids joined by peptide bonds, which reminds me, you're always shaking that thing, guzzling down whatever's inside.
Yeah.
Brother on that protein powder, he on that grind set. Protein essentially, if you want to build muscle, I always drink it after training. You fight for a living and you train on top of that? You ever think you're a little stoic sometimes?
Really?
You think it's really just a hobby? You think? It's really just a hobby of mine. Helps me get a little change of pace, if you know. A hobby, huh? So what kind of training do you do?
Well...
Just basic stuff, really lift, go on, run. Though I do try to take extra measures and add some more unique weights into the mix. Unique weights? Yeah, for example, I'll sometimes try adding water or sand to plastic bottles to use as weights.
Also...
If that doesn't cut it, I'll call in a heavier demon to help out.
What?
Interesting. You run with a demon on your back? even do squats. I never seen arrows get this excited about anything.
Well...
It's kind of rough at the beginning, but then you get used to it. Then once that next session rolls around, it'll typically increase the weight or rep count, and it basically repeats from there. Repeats for how long? How long? Isn't it obvious? Forever. That's crazy. That sounds pretty crazy to me. Wouldn't that mean there's no end to it?
Right.
That's right.
On top of that...
And no matter how hard you work at it, there's always gonna be a point where something just can't be done. You're bound to hit your limit eventually.
Then again...
Won't know what that is unless I try, right? You're saying that you rather than decide your limits beforehand, it's better to challenge yourself and figure it out.
Did you know?
They say when you're back when ninjas would jump over still growing hemp trees every single day. Soon enough, they were able to leap over even the really tall ones. What I'm doing is no different. I put the work every day and keep testing myself, keep that up, and as far as I'm concerned, nothing's impossible. You're a diligent one, are you? Indeed. If you're ever able to clear a tree, let me know. I want to see that.
Right.
Yeah, sooner than you think. Send that man flying. You're joking, right? Nah, bro, he's serious. Brother's about to go hurdling.
Welcome.
Say.
That reminds me, I picked up the soccer ball on the subway the other day.
Memories.
Soccer ball, huh? That brings back memories. I used to play it at the orphanage every now and then. No way I could play now, though.
True.
Makes sense. I can't imagine a summoner's got a whole lot of time to spare of sports and games and stuff. Yeah, well, actually, we do kind of have something for that. Oh, it's like the summoner's field day?
No.
Let me stop you right there. There's nothing even remotely peaceful or fun about it. It's more like a form of betting, if anything. Basically, a bunch of crazy rich people hire independent summoners short on cash and have them compete in these underground arenas. The rules differ depending on the day, but you'll see stuff like baseball, soccer, boxing, even sumo. Sometimes it's as simple as a foot race. There's one rule that remains, no matter what. That's that there are no rules. You can summon demons, attack your opponent, you name it. And as I'm sure you can imagine, that goes for killing your opponent as well. See, yeah, peaceful or fun
Also,
about that, right? Since not all summoners are vicious murderers, matches don't always turn deadly, but still people die all the time. Actually, whether anyone will wind up dead is usually part of the bet. Death's often the highlight of the show. That's pretty
tell
sick.
the truth.
Raven took me once. He told me I'd learn a lot about the world. That day there was a younger summoner competing and couldn't have been older than 25. Raven said that was pretty common. He said that young and experienced summoners were the perfect prey, hard for them to find work, you know? I can see it, hear it. The look on his face just before he was trampled to death, his scream. But even more than that, I remember the crowd howling away like animals.
And the thing I remember is...
I remember what Raven told me back then too. Don't forget this emotion, he said. The people here did a long time ago. Even if you forget the skills you've learned or even lose your very memories, you must never forget what you felt here today. It didn't sound like he was trying to teach me or command or anything. Really, it felt earnest, like it was his wish.
Huh?
Sorry.
Things got kind of dark there for a second. Well, at the very least, I now know Summoner's Field Day is not a thing. I bet it'd be more fun if it wasn't violent. People will probably just enjoy competing and stuff.
Right.
Yeah, I think so too. Menacing. Alright. We got 2 more. I know. Can't believe that Makami was just acting a weak to manipulate us, and I totally fell for it. What kind of things happen all the time? Stop whining over something so trivial. It's getting on my nerves. Man, nothing phases you. Don't you think you would have handled it better than I did? True enough, I certainly would have believed him that easily.
True. That's true.
Yeah, I've figured you probably deal with a situation like that all the time. Hard to imagine anyone ever tricking you.
Idiot.
You give me too much credit. Everyone makes mistakes.
What?
Really, I'd really have to hear a story about one of your screw-ups.
Huh?
No, why should I go out on my way to describe my failures to you?
Please.
Come on. Please, just one. I'll buy you a drink. Fine, it's not a secret or anything, so if you're that intent on hearing
Something
it...
like this happened.
Let's see, this was when I was still fairly new to summoning, so I must have been around 16. I'd already handled a couple assassinations, but this time my mark was a deserter, a summoner who'd ran away from the Phantom Society. Yeah, you're doing assassination missions at
Let me
16?
be clear.
That's hardly unusual. Some kids in this world have guns put in their hands before they're even 10. Plus, the deserter was barely a threat. He joined around the same time I did, and his skills were far below mine anyway.
After that?
Why'd he run in your first...
In the Phantom Society.
Don't know, don't care. The Phantom Society punishes traitors, no exceptions. That's all I needed to know. At any rate, I had him cornered soon enough. He was right in front of me, staring down the barrel of my gun, and he said, "Please, I've got a family." And for that split second, I hesitated. Next thing I knew, I had a bullet in my shoulder.
I'm curious.
Tried to get you with your guard down? No, it turns out he's just an accomplice in his betrayal. He'd been waiting in the shadows, biding his time until he could take the shot. And that's all there is to that story. Wait, what? It was just getting good. You can't just cut it off there. Iron Mask had been on a standby. He came to my rescue and took out both the deserter and their accomplice. Thanks to how fast they treated my bullet wound, it barely left a scar
I
at
get
all.
it.
Okay, well, the masked gentleman swooping at the starry sky to rescue a damsel in distress. I could see how you two got together after you grew up.
Do you think I'm a fool?
You can cut the commentary. This is exactly why I didn't want to tell you.
It's in the past.
Anyway, that's a story for failure. I've completed a few missions already, and those successes had made me arrogant, complacent, weak. I will never make the mistake again. I don't know if that was a weakness, Melody. If you ask me, it sounded a little more like sympathy.
Can't say.
Call it what you want. That doesn't change the fact that I almost got me killed, right?
Welcome.
All right, last one.
Nope.
Can't say I agree. What about you, Arrow? Oh yeah? Sorry, this is about whether ferrets are better than monkeys, right?
Whoa.
I don't think I've ever had to choose between the two. What's the deal? You came up with this, sure, you're basically on a different planet over there.
Sorry.
Oh, I guess sorry about that. I mean, it was kind of gloom and doom lately, especially for you. I figured coming here would be a good way to get your mind off things. Yeah, I know you ought to get yourself a girl, man. Love's a fair thing, let me tell you. Find that special someone on the world starts looking a whole lot brighter. That's how it was for me, at least. You know the phrase, a broken heart no match for tender love, strong drink, and a steadfast
What?
smile. Can't say I've heard that one. Who's that? Me, a few seconds ago. Great stuff. Hey, I got that you're just trying to cheer me up and everything, but I just don't think I'm in the mood. Maybe, but you won't feel any better just sitting around, right? Come on, Ringo, back me up here. I think we need to cheer him up if he doesn't want us to. I don't think we need to cheer. What did I click, dude? I wanted to agree with Saizo. Besides, I can't really see Arrow sweet talking a girl like you would, Saizo. Do something you're not used to and wear you out in the
Pretty
long run.
much.
Yeah, I guess you got a point
Whoa.
there. Actually, I see that I see what you're saying, Saizo. I'm sure it'd be great to find the perfect someone. But it's just in the end of the day, I'm a summoner. We're always putting ourselves in danger. I mean, would a love life even work? I just can't help thinking of someday I'll just wind up trapped.
Lighten up, will ya?
Well, it was a cheery thought thing. Then again, I guess you're not too far off the mark with that. Still, the opposite could be true, you know? The
Yeah.
opposite, yeah. Fighting for love or even just those you care about can give you an extra strength needed to keep going. If you're ever alone on the verge of tapping out, remembering that special someone might just be the thing that gets you back up. Even if it's just so you can look cool at first, someday you really will become strong enough.
Saizo. Badass, right?
Who knows, you might even end up as good looking as me, eh?
Arrow.
So ferrets or monkeys, Arrow? Give it to us straight.
Whoa.
We'll have to go with ferrets. You ever hear that they're supposed to be a symbol of courage? Hey, come on, man. Don't ignore me like that. Alright, we get to move on now.
Welcome. What'll it be today?
Green up.
Have a nice night.
If you paid the money, then who the hell ran into Central Line? I'm not gonna go to Central Line right now.
Let me know if you need help. Please.
Finalize this brooch, maybe try to ask around Karakucho or something. We actually don't have that much green to be popping off with. Really fast. I want to go to Karakucho anyway, but it wouldn't hurt to ask about what I would need to ask about.
Welcome to De La Mancha. I'm begging you.
They're in line 14. I don't think I have any, yeah, I do. Dusty Tone.
You want to sell that? Thanks a bunch.
Can be sold at a lucrative price.
Is there anything else? Will this do it for thanks a bunch? Will this do it for thanks a bunch? Will this thanks a bunch?
It's never a bad thing to carry those.
Is please come again?
This is an automated shopping system.
Demon Dew. Demon allies here. More often materials are more frequently found during a demon recon. That'd be solid.
Thank you very much.
Insiders, sometimes money, and frequently demons. Negotiate.
Thank you for coming.
Well,
I want to see if I can find the bracelet
excuse
or
me.
the brooch. My bad.
Hello.
Let's see if there's any side quests for
Well,
us here. Nothing.
Do you have any other business with me? Remain.
I really didn't want to talk
I
to you.
bid you good luck.
If there's anything here, it's always got to be in the sketchy alley. Maybe not. Try to concentrate. These guys always talk about like battle strategy, which is interesting. Well, at least the one on the left does for sure. Always bringing up a move that you can use.
Hurry up!
I think I dropped the brooch in the Ozaki Hope Towers. Can you go find it? The Ozaki
Yes, is it
Hope
on the
Towers. Where the heck are the Ozaki Hope Towers? Also, why's my game going chunky? Hello? Oh, that's the next dungeon. It's all coming back to me now. I'm remembering. Go to CompSmith real fast and see if we got any upgrades available to us that we can buy before we go into the Soul Matrix.
Yo.
Beat 3 Quizlados with gunfire.
Counting on ya.
Thanks for reminding me, because I definitely would have forgot to do that. I need to find magnetite mass. All this would be fun to have, I just don't have the resources. Support Affinity on Arrow might be really good.
Will this be
We'll
all?
do this,
Thanks.
because getting ambushed can be the death of me.
Will this be all? Thanks.
Get his gunfire up. You know what? Fuck it. We're gonna use all of our
Will
cash
this
here.
be all? Thanks. Need anything else? Don't break it, okay?
If it keeps being chunky, I'll do a quick little relaunch, but for the time being with these should be fine, I think. We're going to the Axis.
Ringo?
There's been some development concerning the matter of the recovered comp. Do you have time for briefing? Yes, I do. Let's talk.
Ringo?
For helping us with the comp recovery mission. Even now, Ion is continuing to investigate the anomaly we encountered during the data collection. If it will still take some time to complete our full analysis of this salvage comp, however, a new problem has arisen. As such, as we require your assistance, once more, the situation must be resolved as soon as possible. Flamma. And the Axis. Alright. The truth is, a short while ago, we received a bizarre message apparently sent from the commercial smartphone. The message was as follows. You who are neither human nor God, he warned, be warned, further interference in humanity affairs shall be punished. The smartphone in question was destroyed shortly after sending the message. We cannot trace it, though, through conventional means. The evidence suggests the message was sent by someone who aims to impede Ion's investigation. Ringo, your task is to find the smartphone or its carrier and find the true source of the anomaly.
Scanning records.
The device's original owner is a host working Karakucho. He goes by the name of Teruya. And yes, Ringo, I believe the name may be familiar to you. If the grisly previous case is any indicator, he's likely in some sort of
Urgent
danger.
action required.
As soon as possible, we cannot afford to lose our chance to learn more. We'll do that some other time, because I'm not doing that right this second.
What do you desire, Ringo?
Firstly, let's get those new directives.
Anomaly?
They just kind of happen naturally, so I'm just gonna accept them all. Like, they quite literally happen naturally. There's no point in us like
Anomaly
full
detected.
like looking at them. It's like, yeah, we asked you to eliminate 9 of the demon in question. It's like, it's just, you know, kill as many of these kind of demon. It's a good way to get some extra.
What do you desire, Ringo? New function unlocked.
Alright, let's see. We can get physical static, skills. That's actually pretty good. For a given distance, enemies 3 levels below Ringo will not appear. Low chance of increasing the action count by 1 at start of turn. I can get jiggy with this.
By the way,
When I consider both AI processing and patterns of human thought, I wonder how easy it would have been for you to read someone's mind. Mind reading, huh? Well, assuming you knew their personality, external variables, their emotional rhythm, yeah, pretty easy. But isn't everyone like that? You try to figure out what the other person are thinking based on what you know and respond according to the same thing. So even if I could read someone's thoughts, it'd still be up to me to interpret that information.
Alright.
I suppose I can't understand after all. I barely understand the words you speak aloud sometimes.
What do you desire, Ringo? Further fraternization required.
Darn.
What do you desire, Ringo?
I thought I was gonna, like,
In the
get
name of
a
evolution.
mad buff. Dude, why is the game going chunky right now?
Yo, Ringo. See ya.
Alright. Really fast. We're definitely about to... Oh no, I accidentally clicked the wrong button. I'm gonna save and relaunch because it shouldn't be that chunky. It's never been that chunky. And I don't want to start having a chunky gameplay after, you know, being out of the loop for so long. Yeah, accidentally saved. Yeah, alright, cool. Let me double save, because you gotta double save. There we go. Is it still chunky? It's chunky. Alright, we're relaunching. Or the game could stop responding. You know, one of the two. I'm gonna blame it on not having played the game in so long that it's probably like starting to like... It wouldn't make sense though. Shouldn't start to like lose its data or like its stability, if you will. It's task manager time. Oh no. I always forget that I need to set my task manager to be over. Let's give it a moment. Hopefully it it works. I don't have to like kill the stream and reboot the computer. Worst case scenario, I'll have to do that. So annoying. Yeah, I'm going to fucking reboot the computer. So painful. Alright, whatever. Well, I'll have to upload it in 2 parts. That's fine.